so many predators up there.
Still on the hunt for the art. And I'm minding the boat. Magnus has attached it to that tiny little bit of rock, so I imagine I'm going to be drifting shortly. Did you find anything?
No, there's more than likely art up there, but when it's plus 40 degrees, you don't really feel like hunting around through spinifex and snakes.
Trying to find somewhere to tie it up. Oh, that's one way of doing it. Well, that one didn't go very far because Magnus ended up on an island. Oh well, let's find another way in. This one looks a bit better. He's tied me up to a bit of driftwood. He's gone up there to try and find something. A lot of middens here.
Like tens of thousands of years of feasting. Well, I can see why they'd feast here. Wow, what a view! So this is behind where I was standing, and you can see that the midden extends way back. Like that would be, I don't know, 5 acres in there. Yeah, it's pretty amazing. Just so you can see the scope of this midden, I'm going to walk over here and so you can compare it to my height. This wall behind me is shells, and it goes back like, I don't know, 1 acre, let's say conservatively. It's massive. So this whole wall of shells, how long did it take to consume all that? This is like the rubbish tip, where all the foodstuffs, excrement, all the stuff they didn't want ended up as we do today. Same thing. And I'm just coming over the crest here, and you can see that it just keeps going and going and going. Just the size of this. How many people lived here? For how long? Yeah, amazing.
Come to yet another site. Magnus is still looking for this art, and the temperature is rising. Did you find anything?
Nah, just another big midden.
Flies are coming.
Looks like there might be fresh water up here, so I'm just going to go and have a look. Wendy's going to mind the dinghy.
Yeah.
So just I'm walking up here, this crocodile launches into the water.
Could have got you.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this crocodile, can't see him now, but he launched into the water.
Did you see him jump in?
Yeah.
Was he on the land?
Yeah, just from about the head.
Magnus just went off to see if he could find any oysters. He's just got back. Let's see how he got on. How'd you get on, babe?
Not bad.
Not bad?
Look at that.
What's going on today, Dale?
It's 7:30. Not even that. We've got a full day cooking today. I'm going to smoke a brisket. in a camp oven. I've never done it before. Always wanted to. So I've got this beautiful brisket while I was in Broome, and prepared it last night. So yeah, let's see how we go. It should take pretty good all day. Enough firewood up where I wrecked it yesterday. There's heaps of firewood up there. Bit of shade for sitting out the day, and that's what we're going to do. Cook and smoke a brisket in a camp oven on a remote beach in the Kimberley of Western Australia. Pretty excited. And while we're here on this clear vertical beach, we're going to scrub the bottom of the dinghy that has been scrubbed, and I might even do an oil change. Good over the day. And oh yeah, and I had sparrows this morning. I went and got a heap of oysters, so I'm going to fry up some oysters for breakfast in the batter, which should be nice there. That's about it. See ya. So it's a pretty steep beach. It's actually just like a big shell wall, and it's not made of sand. These are all shells. This whole beach is made of shells, not a single grain of sand. So by high tide, we'll be just at the lip of. So high tide will be way up there. Can you see where? No, you can't really see where we were yesterday. But this is where we are now.
Oh, it's footprints there.
Yeah, I'm just going to go forward, so hang on.
Alright. Whoa! Okay. We're preparing the fire area.
So, even though it doesn't look like it, this is below the high tide line. So in a few days' time, all the coals and all the bits from this fire will be washed away. Always try and build a fire below the high tide line, so that, I always do build a fire when we're out in the boat. So nice spot here for fire, and it will be washed away when the high tide comes in a few days, in the spring tides.
Walk with me. Let's leave.
This is just going back to get a few things. I'll continue to collect the firewood.
Walk with me. There's something else
It's an amazing place.
we need to find. Say you'll go. Don't make me wait. There's no need to hesitate.
This was the other option for the campfire, but the one we've chosen I think is better, but they're both pretty amazing. Look at that. Wow. Okay, Magnus is coming back with all the stuff. Magnus has found a slow burner, a feeder. That should do the job. Fire's coming on a treat. Got a couple of feeder logs in there. Got to line it up. There we go. A little bit warm, and it's first thing in the morning.
Yeah, it's not even 7:30. I haven't got an axe with me, so I'm just using the fire to cut that log in half.
Oh, is that what you're doing?
Yeah. Woo, it's hot.
My job is to find 3 little rocks for the trivet. With all these rocks around, you'd think that would be easy.
How we going?
Haven't found them yet. Well, I've found these. They're not really what Magnus asked for, but there aren't that many round rocks around here. And we have a rule, if you ever go off, you've got to come back with firewood. So I've got firewood too.
I've never done this before, so what I figure is to line the camp oven with a bit of aluminium foil, put some wood chips in there, put 3 rocks in there to lift my trivet up, and then put the brisket on top. So 1, 2, 3. Let's test it. Perfect. Then I've got some oak chips from my brewing. I use this to make whiskey. These are actually French oak barrels that have been chipped up. So they should smell alright, eh? The oak barrels have had wine in them. I don't know how much to use, but hopefully that'll be enough. This is usually when I drop it in the sand. Look at that, viewers. Oh, get my bag. Just look at that beauty. Right, 6 hours later, that will be ready. I'll still drop some more chips in if needed. The smoke disappears. All right, lid on.
It's a little pile this time.
All the coals I had. We've only been here half an hour, so we haven't really got any coals going yet. But we've got to start the cook. Sounds like something out of Breaking Bad, doesn't it? Start the cook. Get a bit of breakfast going. Deep fried oysters. I was going to do a beer batter, but I didn't want to waste the beer.
Walk with me. Let's leave.
One very simple batter. Like all batters, you've got to let them rest a little bit before you use them.
There's something else we need to find. Say you'll go, don't make me wait. There's no need to hesitate. Let's make footprints in sand. Let's make miracles. Come hold my hand. It's fine.
Little serving plate.
Me and you.
Hard to believe that that's an oyster.
Blue is the sky, like the color of your.
How good do they look?
Not that good.
Look at the size of that. Let's try it. Hot. Oh, stop it. Bit of lemon. We've run out of fresh lemons. We've got a couple left, but they're for good, for special. We.
Blue is your heart. It's been like that from the start. Say you'll stay till the morning light. I'll help you through the fight.
tide's come right in now. It's got 1 more metre to go, and then we're going to wait for it to drop, clean the bottom of the boat, and then just push the boat down the hill back into the water. That's the plan, so we don't get eaten by crocodiles. And the other side's come in that much. It's got another metre, so it's going to get pretty close to us, I think. Hammer.
It's moist. Cross grain or with grain?
Cross.
Cross. Oh, that is so tender. Oh, look at the juice coming out of that. Now give it Shane's test. Which he calls the limp test. Yeah? Pay that. Now the taste test. That is beautiful. Not very smoky. I've learned a lesson there. You've got to somehow lift the smoke chips up because the juice from the meat keeps putting the fire out on the chips. But try it, Wen.
Okay. It's very tender. Very tender.
It is so tender.
Mm.
Oh, it just pulls apart.
Yeah.
Look. Oh, it's beautiful.
Mm. That is delicious.
Well, it's dinner for another couple of days.
It's beautiful, babe. Done well. Where are we going now?
Well, I spotted this spot yesterday and I thought this looks like arty sort of area. There's a little midden next to it. So I just want to check it out and see if there's any art here.
Tide's coming in. Peanuts down there. By the time we get back, I wouldn't be surprised if this whole thing is covered with water. We're only going for a little while. So we think it's somewhere up there. See if we can find it. Someone's been here before us.
Yeah.
Somewhere in there.
Yeah.
Or maybe there. Or maybe over there.
Where all these thousands of footprints are.
Yeah, follow the footprints. I've said this before, but there's an advantage coming last. Makes it a lot easier to find things. Can't be just there, surely.
No,
You found it?
yeah, some beautiful older ones down the bottom there.
Tell me about what you're seeing or looking at.
I've got a Wangina figure here, which is fairly ornate. And then down the bottom there's a earlier one, Gion Gion. It's funny, you sit here long enough and you just see so many of them. Yeah. It's hard to capture the grandeur of this artwork. It's absolutely beautiful. So much of it. This whole area, this whole overhang is just covered. interesting one. It's been done on white. You see where the white's been sprayed and then red over the top. Long, long tail. Goes all the way down there. So much art here. It's beautiful. And it's a nice cool spot, so you can see why. Wow, look at this one. It's got big teeth and an eye. And then sort of fins on its head. But then you come down to his hands. Lots of fingers. There's one hand and there's the other. Yeah, and don't know what it's supposed to be. There's other newer ones on top. And it's got a long, long tail as well. And there's heaps of little ones like this. This is how big they are with my finger.
Found a pretty spectacular one under there.
This one is incredible. It's a big circular Wangina. It goes all the way around. It's massive. Goes all the way down there. Comes back. And it's got this central figure. It's got figures all the way around the outside of it. All these heads. And then one main one in the middle here. There are literally hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of artworks here. There's another, it's like a sun one, star or person.
Whoa.
There's a crocodile. Some other things. Oh, this is a big one. Goes right down and then it goes under the overhang. See what if I can get a reasonable image of it, and it goes way, way down. About 10 feet into that overhang area. How amazing is that? Halo, big halo. Hands come up here, arms and then hands on both sides. Close up in the middle.
Look at this little man. This one's a bit spooky. It's sort of almost human size. Goes all the way down here. To here.
Here's a big kangaroo. Fairly detailed. Looks like another crocodile. Again, really big. Another overhang here with some amazing stuff. So much. Long, long snake.
This one is absolutely amazing. It's bigger than me. Wow. Unbelievable. To give you a sense of how big it is, that's my hand and that's about, I don't know, 3 centimetres from it. It's huge. Goes all the way under here. And I'm guessing it will go all the way under there. Oh yes, look at that. What a view.
This is what the area looks like.
That sure looks okay. Just don't want to get jammed under any of the rocks as the tide comes up. Here we have a weather rock.
Wendy called it a weather rock, but it's not. It's actually a mother and daughter rock. That's what they call them. This was the daughter. This is a big rock's the mother, and it's where they would grind millet, or in this case, they'd grind the ochre down to do the art. Where there's big art sites, you'll always find something like this, and it's pretty smooth, and it's where they would grind down the clay, the ochre, to make the paint for the art. That's
So
what that
it's nothing
is.
to do with the weather then?
You used to call it a weather rock. You know what weather rocks are though, don't you?
No.
Well, you can tell the weather by this rock. If the rock is like this, you can tell it's dry weather and no wind. If usually balance it like that. If it's windy, you'll see the rock move like this. If the rock's wet, you know it's raining. If this is full of water and the rock's not wet, you know it has rained before. If this is covered in real icy, you know there's a frost. If you can't see the rock, you know it's a thunderstorm or it's nighttime. So it's a weather rock.